the heart of a vast and dense forest, there was a small community of animals who lived together in relative harmony. They were all very different from each other, with each species having its unique qualities and quirks. The beaver was a diligent and hard-working rodent, always gnawing at logs to build his dam. The elephant was a massive and muscular animal, with incredible strength that he used to clear paths through the forest. The monkeys were a group of agile and acrobatic primates, swinging through the trees and chattering away. And the owl was a wise and knowledgeable bird, with keen senses and an aerial view of the situation. Despite their differences, the animals got along quite well. They shared the same watering hole, feasted on the same fruits and nuts, and helped each other out when in need. The forest was their home, and they all lived together as one big family. One day, as they went about their daily routine, they heard a loud noise coming from the center of the forest. Curious, they followed the sound until they came upon a fallen tree blocking their path. The animals were all very worried and did not know what to do. The elephant suggested that he could simply push the tree out of the way, but the beaver warned that the tree was too big for any single animal to move on their own. The monkeys proposed that they could climb up the tree to cut the branches that blocked the path, but the owl cautioned that it would take too long. Faced with this predicament, the animals began to argue, blaming each other for not being cautious enough to prevent such an event. However, the wise old owl intervened, suggesting that instead of bickering, they could put their differences aside and work together to remove the obstacle. As they gathered around the fallen tree, they all quickly realized that the owl was right. The tree was too big for any single animal to move on their own. The owl suggested that they work in teams, with the larger animals pushing from one end and the smaller animals climbing up the tree to cut the branches that blocked the path. And so, each creature contributed their unique skills to the task at hand. The industrious beaver chewed through the branches with ease. The muscular elephant pushed with all its might. The agile monkeys swung through the branches, and the wise owl directed the operation from above. Finally, after hours of hard work, they managed to clear the path, and all the animals rejoiced as they quenched their thirst and filled their bellies. Each animal thanked the others for their contribution and promised to work together in the future, realizing that their diversity was a strength that they could use to overcome any obstacle. The animals learned that by embracing their differences and working together, they could achieve great things. From that day forward, the animals continued to live in harmony, supporting and helping each other whenever needed. And so, the small community of animals deep in the woods showed that working together will help solve any problem.